It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hello everyone, and after a long struggle within myself and a lot of thinking within myself, I decided to show up myself. My name is Satish, and I'm the owner of this page, and I'm the one like who was posting all those videos these times. And in today's topic, we are going to see a country which they have said that they are the successful with COVID-19 is being reported the first cases of COVID-19 today. And you would have, by seeing the pic, you would have guessed which is that particular country is. The country is nothing but North Korea, and the person who is there is Kim Jong-un. And the officials and the peoples and the media over there have said that the country have reported the first cases of the COVID-19, and it is a suspected cases. Whatever the symptoms that particular person or he or she, even that particular information we have not received it yet, is showing up is more or less equal to COVID-19 cases, it seems. And that is what it is all about. And immediately when this news has been received, the entire border was strongly stringent and maintained. And this was reported on the city of Kaesong. And immediately when the cases was about to think like it is more or less like a COVID-19, immediately the lockdown was implemented, and the border of North and South Korea line, that is called as an demarcated line, that particular demarcated line, like that particular line is being has been strictly surveillance and has been taken care by the North Korean officials. And the city of Kaesong is entirely is somewhat far away from the borderline. And that's what the entire country is right now worried about, because this particular persons who has been reported, he or she came into the country border illegally. He have not came in legally. That means the entire country has been locked down for past 6 months. And this particular person, he or she came through the borderline illegally, and there is a borderline, and which is and this particular person who went back to the South Korea 3 years back. And last week July 19 he came back to the North Korea, and he have stayed these many days, and he have traveled a lot of places. And it was reported only on July 26 today that whatever the symptoms that he might be showing would be a suspect of COVID-19, like that. And after hearing this, immediately Kim Jong-un he declared an emergency. And all over the cities of Kaesong is closely monitored, and they have put on a lockdown. And they also declared an emergency. And the one big thing that I have to be worried about by the North Korean official is the city Kaesong is just 100 miles away from North Korea capital, which is nothing but Pyongyang. And if this is going to be just 100 miles away, and it is densely populated places, and imagine the person who have traveled along from the place from the borderline to Kaesong, and how many number of people he might have contacted with, and how many number of peoples whomever he have contacted would have contacted a lot of peoples in the North Korea capital. And this is totally a densely populated places. That is the one of the biggest thing that has to be worried about. And the line which I was talking about is the demarcation line. Demarcation is nothing but it is, in other words, it is called as a dividing line. This is the line, and this is the line which divides the South Korea with the North Korea. And you can see this is a map that I have took from Google. And you can see that the border crossing, whichever that is highlighted, is right, it is over here at the right hand side bottom corner. And you can see the city Kaesong is over here. It is almost around 20 to 30 miles difference. And you can also see that this particular persons have crossed the border and illegally, not legally he crossed it, illegally he have crossed it, and he came all over the Kaesong, and over here it has been said that there might be showing up some COVID-19 symptoms. So if you see all these places, you would have traveled across, and you would have contacted so many peoples. And this is just near to Yangyang, the capital of North Korea, where it is densely populated. And this is kind of a panic situations right now. So the entire city is being locked out. And few days back, North Korea president like Kim Jong-un, he said that their country is successfully out of COVID-19 cases, and he just given us some sarcastic statements saying that like they have been successful. Right now, like the things are happening like this, and we will see like how he is going to handle this particular situations. And this particular pic, whichever I am showing you over there, is the infrastructure of the place, Kaesong in North Korea. So the infrastructure is far more worse than the developing countries. Even if you take a place, small, I mean, suburb place in our India, like it won't be looking like this. And it is like this. Like they have a poor infrastructure of the roads and the railways, and a person, he or she have traveled from the borderline illegally, and he have traveled these many places. But you might have, he or she might have contacted lot of peoples with this poor infrastructures over road as well as the railways. So having this in mind, like what is going to happen to the place is a big, to the people over there is a big concern. And it has been openly said the people in North Korea right now have to wear mask and go everywhere. So that is an order that has been passed right now due to the emergency situations over there. And one more thing I just want to keep you posted over here is like we know what a kind of a president is Kim Jong-un is. So a person who illegally crossed the borders, and he also ordered his security team to take care of like how he illegally crossed the borders, having so much tight security across the borders. That is one thing. And think about the person, even if he is, recovered from the COVID-19, whether he would get escaped from Kim Jong-un. That's a big question, right? So think about yourself and about that, and just post in the comment sections. And in case if you want me to talk about certain topics, I would be very much interested to take that topic and talk about it. And please feel free to subscribe and follow. Click on the follow button in this page. That's it from today, and I'll meet you tomorrow. Thank you, and have a nice day ahead.